Hello and welcome to our project on global trade data visualization. In this project, we will visualize the trade flow of different commodities across the world. We do this by creating a 3D view of the globe. Further, we plot Bezier curves over the globe to visualize the flow of trade. To implement this, we have primarily used JavaScript, Chart.js, D3.js and Three.js. This is the initial screen of a dashboard. The screen is displayed when a user hits the URL. On this screen, the user has option to select from the list of form elements as shown in the header section of the dashboard. Now, I will quickly browse through the various elements of the form. In the first option, the user is requested to select the trade direction, which is either import or export. In the second option, the user is expected to select the commodity from the drop-down menu, whichever he is interested in. In the third and the fourth option, the user is supposed to select the reporter and the partner countries respectively. Reporter countries are the countries which report the trade data to United Nations, and partner countries are the countries that the reporter countries are doing business with. In case the direction of trade is import, the reporter country represents the destination for the trade flow, and in situations when the trade direction is export, the reporter country becomes the source for the trade flow. Let's quickly begin with the first use case of our visualization. In this use case, we will select the direction of trade as import. We will then select coffee as the commodity and India as the reporter country. In the first use case, we will not select any partner country. On clicking the submit button, the globe is updated with three-dimensional flow lines or the Bezier curves with which the user can see the trade flow for the reporter country for a given year. Also, we will get a bar graph as well as a donut chart. The bar graph shows all the trade partners from which India imports coffee for that given year. The year is mentioned in the timeline at the bottom. We can change the year information for any use case by selecting the year option from the below timeline bar. As you can see, the bar graph gets updated as and when the user changes the year. In this bar graph, the user can hover on each bar to get the net value in dollars. Using this, the user can analyze the trend of that commodity imported from the various partner countries. As for the donut chart, we can get import and export ratio for the selected reporter country for a given year. So, using both the bar graph and the donut chart, the user can draw a contrast between the import and the export of selected commodity, for instance coffee in this case, to the total import and export of that country for that year. In the next case, we will change the values of all the options including the partner country. Let's quickly select export option in the trade drop-down menu, cotton as the commodity, China as the reporting country, and Canada as the partner country. Now we can see the previous bar graph now gets updated to show the historical export trends between China and Canada for cotton. Using this case, the user can observe the growth or decline of trade between the two countries over a period of time. In the next use case, we will leave out the commodity option blank. So let's quickly select the direction of trade as export. Since we are not selecting any commodity, we will leave the select commodity option blank. We will quickly select Mexico as the reporter country and India as the partner country. On hitting the submit button, the system generates a pie chart that shows the distribution of various commodities traded between the two countries for a given year. We again have the option of selecting the year from the timeline, and the pie chart will get updated accordingly. In our final case, we will only select the direction of trade and commodity and leave the rest of the options blank. Let's select the direction as import and copper as the commodity. On clicking the submit button, the use case generates a radial heat map visualization. This visualization shows the distribution of different countries that imported copper for different years. Also in our dashboard, we are showing the network trade graph among various countries. Using this, the user can quickly check the trade networks between any two given countries for any given year. The user can also select a node to see its dependent countries or connections. The red node indicates the destination or the terminal point for a given country for any given year. Now this is the visualization that we created. The biggest challenge we faced in creating this visualization was to create the 3D globe view and to plot accurate Bezier curves to show the flow of trade among different countries of the world. We were initially restricted by some limitations of D3JS framework, but we finally achieved it using Three.js. That's all from our end. Thank you so much for watching the video.